Am I still breaking up? I'm still hearing like
No, you're good.
good.
Yeah.
All right. After technical difficulties, we're live. All right. Let's start this. Welcome back to the Betting Lounge. I'm your host, Tyler Flesh, joined by just one degenerate, and Eric should follow later. Jay, how is it going, my man?
I've seen better days, but they were in the 90s.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. I want to save a little bit of that for Eric because I have a little something for the Cowboys on tonight's episode. Let's do something. Since we don't have that many games, I thought we could do a little bit of a recap, if that's all right, Jay.
Yeah.
Of last week's games, Super Wild Card Weekend. It was all right. I know it's gonna be like that because of the sound. It should go back to normal, man. I'm gonna throw it to you, and then I'm gonna do something. What do you think of the games in general?
In general, I mean, you know what I was watching. You know what I had my heart set on, and let's move past that.
And we'll address it here in a little bit, but as a whole,
I thought it was an exciting weekend for football. I thought the games were great. I really liked the Rams game. That was a fun one to watch.
yeah, I mean, I think the games overall were okay. They weren't fantastic, but I think it's clearly to say now that in the divisional round, we have the best teams in the NFL are playing in this round. I think we can clearly say that, right?
Yeah, it feels like we can say that we've trimmed a lot of the fat.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because it's and it came down to, I mean, just looking at it last week, this past weekend, I was looking at it. And I said to myself, like, there's some teams that are okay, but they're more likely to implode than other teams, right? Like the Cardinals.
Right, and then there were some teams that we thought were good and turned out to be bad, man. Let's talk Patriots. What a shellacking they took.
Yeah. That really was not what I expected. If listeners tuned into last week's pod, I was high on the Patriots. I was talking about them like they were going to keep it close. I said, hey, I mean, look at this. You got to trust. You got to trust parts. I mean, you got to trust. My God, what's going on? I'm sorry.
I know it's all good. Eric's coming in and out. All right.
Yeah.
So
but I'm
crazy to me. I think.
Yeah.
Overall we didn't do too bad, right? Pick wise, we didn't do great. I hit my lock, and we'll talk about that once Eric gets fully connected here.
Yeah, I think pick wise I was close to 500, so just okay, man. But like you said, it was those big disappointments.
I think the big takeaway from Super Wild Card Weekend was definitely the Bengals, man. Good for them. It's been 31 years. They finally got it done. Congrats to the Bengals. The Bucks, that was another slaughter. We knew that, right? We all knew that was going to happen. I didn't think we knew it was going to be that bad, but hey, hats off to Jalen Hurts, man. Congratulations, Jalen Hurts, for coming out in a walking boot into the press conference and saying it's been bothering him all year. That is a savvy move. You play like shit, get the walking boot. Oh man!
Honestly, though, even at that, like, I didn't think Hurts had a terrible year, man, for making the Eagles as relevant as they were.
No, not at all. But they definitely want to move on from him. But
yeah.
All right, Eric, are you there now?
Yeah, I think I'm finally here.
All right, sounds good. We were waiting on you because I am going to rip the Cowboys now. I've been doing some thinking. I don't understand, other than the public eye, like the media drives the Cowboys, right? And that's a part of why the fan base is hated so much. You know, there's a lot of cocky, arrogant fans. There's also the media continuing to drive home the point that the Cowboys are America's team. I am going to make this argument right now that the Bears have had a better 25 years. Of the past 25 years, the Bears have been better run team than the Cowboys. And I don't think you can argue that. I mean, the silence speaks for itself, right? I had no idea. Do you know the last time the Cowboys won a divisional game was 1995? 1995. A divisional game, which we're in now. That's the last time they've ever won one. That shocked me. I mean, the Bears made a Super Bowl in 06.
Right. I mean, listen, Tyler, I do remember that, but you know, when you bring that up, 1995, yes, it's a really, really fucking long time ago, but it just feels like we've had years where we've had like really sexy, attractive teams that underachieved, man.
Yeah, no, you have, but Mike McCarthy again. Bigot, I told you. I said it. Two things that happened. Eric said on the podcast, he asked Billy, and Billy won't be able to join us, unfortunately, tonight. She had some stuff come up. Back to one. Sorry. Eric called it in the podcast. He asked Billy, he said, are penalties going to be a problem? Penalties destroyed them. And then on the back end of that, I said, you better hope it doesn't come down to time management with Mike McCarthy. And guess what?
It did.
Mike McCarthy does it again.
I didn't ask her if it was going to be a penalty issue. I straight up said, and I said this to multiple people, if they lose, it's going to be because of fucking penalties. And that's exactly what it was.
It was, and they were in the game completely up to that point. You cannot run a draw in that situation.
I just don't know what they were thinking in doing that. It seems absolutely ridiculous. When you look at the situation, you say to yourself, I mean, this is one of the worst plays you could possibly call.
Also, the ifs, the buts. Well, if Dak did this, if the ref did this. No, you don't put your team in that situation. That was the dumbest play call. And Mike McCarthy does it again. And then this press conference afterwards. Unbelievable. And I'm not the only one that feels like this.
So you're blaming it on the coaching?
Yeah, completely.
I mean, because from my perspective, I would argue though, like, look, like you guys fucked yourselves like in the last two games on penalties. Why are we not having this conversation in the locker room right now? Like, look, you need to get your collective shit together, know where your hands are at all times, know where your feet are at all times, because we can't repeat this process.
But Eric, is that on coaching, or is that more so a sign of a lack of maturity within the team?
I mean, it depends on what's being said in the locker room, honestly.
I think, to me, Jay, I think that's on coaching. I think that you're that far in the playoffs, you got to eliminate those mistakes. I mean, you can't tie a franchise record of most penalties in a game. They had, 14? You can't do it. And one of them was on the defensive lineman making a tackle on an offensive lineman. I'm not the only one that feels this way. Have you seen the statement by Troy Aikman on Twitter? Has anyone seen this yet?
No. What does it say?
Okay,
No.
I'm going to read the whole thing. This is Troy Aikman. San Francisco 40. Oh, so let me start all over. San Francisco rushed 4 guys for the most part. They blitzed occasionally, but this is hard to read like that. Let me start all over. I am a bad reader. San Francisco rushed 4 guys. For the most part, they blitzed occasionally, but they're a 4-man football team. But a lot of times when you say that, then you think they're playing coverage. They mixed in some coverage, but there's a lot of going back to when I was playing. Or no, I messed that up again. Jesus Christ. Dude, it's so I hate. I'm gonna turn. I hate reading over the mic. My eyes just do not.
Who taught you English?
My eyes don't focus. Like, dude, try reading over the mic like this. It's a pain in the ass. My contact, my left eye closes, and then my right eye's everything's going in and out of focus. Let me try again. San Francisco rushed 4 guys. For the most part, they blitzed occasionally, but they're a 4-man football team, a 4-man football rush team. But a lot of times when you say that, then you think they're playing coverage. They mix in some coverage, but there was a lot of single coverage on CeeDee Lamb. I hate going back to when I was playing because nobody cares. But what I see the league is not just Dallas. I've seen it with a lot of teams, a lot of offenses want to scheme things. The coordinators, it's all about scheme rather than this corner is playing soft. He's scared to death. Just run the route there. Run a comeback, run a dig route, run a curl, run anything. You're going to complete a pass whenever you want. Michael Irvin would have had 10 catches at halftime if they played us the way they played CeeDee Lamb in that game. The game is not difficult. If I've got a great player at wide receiver and a corner is playing him single coverage, throw him the ball. It's going to win most of the time. I mean, Troy Aikman just said, Mike McCarthy's a jackass. That's all that is. Am I wrong?
No. I mean, it seems like a really simplified analysis of the situation, but sometimes it is that cut and dry, right? Sometimes the problem is that I think that we get too cute with shit, right? When we get too cute with shit, we make mistakes. And I mean, in the end, that's what cost us.
Yeah, man, that was, and I apologize for that reading. It's just, I did a lot better when I turn. I'm good, but like here, But yeah, I mean, look, I know that you guys, let me pose this question real quick. Do you want Dak? Yes or no?
Yeah, I love Dak.
Do I want Dak?
Yeah.
Do I want Dak? So here's the thing. It comes down to this for me. When I look at situations like this, I say, I've seen lots of teams win in the past with average or slightly above average quarterbacks, but all the other pieces have to be in place, right? I mean, we saw Joe Flacco win, I remember seeing Brad Johnson win. I remember seeing guys like that win. And I say to myself, like, hey, it can be done, but all the other pieces have to be in order. Could we do worse than Dak? Yes, there's a lot of other teams that wish they had Dak. And could it be better by the same token? Absolutely. But are we doing all the things that we need to do to get the team in a position to win? I don't think so, right? Are we just going to be another team like we've had, in recent history? Not even in recent history. Like in the last 25 years, like you say, that it looks good on paper. We sell jerseys. We got some guys that people want to watch. We're on SportsCenter, but nothing ever materializes, right? Like, what are we going to do? Are we going to make the right adjustments? I don't know. It feels like no.
My suggestion is this. I think Dak is fully capable. I think Dak needs a better head coach. Mike McCarthy is worthless. He's garbage. I've said it since the beginning. He was garbage in Green Bay. He continues to show how much garbage he is. Everyone knows he's a joke. I don't know why Jerry likes him, but the Cowboys aren't too far off. I'm going to be completely honest. I did rip on the Cowboys a little bit in this here, but I'm going to be honest. One thing that's not going to be a popular statement right now, but I'm going to tell you right now, you need to trade Diggs. Diggs got to go. I mean, there's value for him right now. He's going to get exposed, okay? He got exposed in the 49er game. You can't get that many interceptions and then still allow over 1,000 yards. And let me put it like this. How many times have we seen great cornerbacks in the league? Josh Norman, Darrelle Revis, 2 examples of prime. Nnamdi Asomugha, remember him? Yeah, flash in the pan, right? Raiders.
Yeah.
He's in the Raiders. He goes to Philly, flash in the pan. What I'm trying to say is these guys they're not good. Like, okay, the reason Revis wasn't like considered good and get all the interceptions, he was shutting that guy down. They want to throw that way. what you're going to see with Diggs is he's going to make a lot of plays because those quarterbacks are not scared of Diggs. They're going to throw all day at Diggs. He might get one interception. Okay, whoop-de-dee-da-do. But there's going to be a lot of times where the guy's going to be wide open. But right now, he has all these interceptions and turnover. There's value there. I say trade you. Bye-bye. Out you go. That's just my opinion.
Is this you trying to talk me out of getting a Diggs jersey? Because the Diggs jersey would be so fucking sweet. So fucking sweet. It's not working right now, Tyler. Let me tell you right now, it's not working. I'm going to hang it right next to the Parsons jersey. I'm sorry, bud. It's
Where was Parsons in the 49er game?
Well, he was out there with a concussion. He was still running around with a concussion.
He didn't know where he was.
It did feel like that at times. It did feel like that at times, but man, it's just fuck, dude. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to begin because it feels like everyone is right about the Cowboys except Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate saying that. I hate saying that, but it feels like everyone is right about the Cowboys except Cowboy fans, man. And it's been a long time.
That's where all the hostility comes from, though. Eric, what were you saying?
Well, I was just about to say, I'm just curious where all this hostility is coming from.
Well, it's because like all the Cowboys fans, all you ever hear is how good we are and how we're back and how Super Bowl and how and it's like they haven't done shit. Like, I'm sorry, but 1905 is you have to get past a divisional round. How can you not get past a divisional round?
Here's the difference.
95.
Here's the difference. They have a lot of
times.
They have a lot of good players on that team. That does not make them a good team. That's the difference.
Yeah, what does? Coaching. They don't have it. They continue to hire the wrong people. They stuck with Jason Garrett for way too long, and now they hire this ass clown. How does the number one look? I hate Aaron Rodgers, but if Aaron Rodgers is like, we put up with Mike McCarthy for way too long, I carried him to a Super Bowl, he needs to go. Like that those are strong words. He was so bad that the New York football, I think people forget about this. The Jets turned him down. Mike McCarthy sat out of football for an entire year.
The Jets?
Yes, the Jets turned him down. He sat out of football. No one wanted him for a full year until the Cowboys came knocking. Come on, man. You know who's carrying Robert Quinn? Jesus, there I go again. Who's carrying McCarthy? Kellen Moore, right? And I'm forgetting the defensive coordinator. Help me.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah, no, you're right in saying that the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator are fantastic, man. But I mean, there's names out there, I can dream. There's names out there that are kind of hot right now. If I can replace him with someone, I mean, where's Brian Flores right now?
Right, Brian. And well, those rumors are swirling too that Brian Flores wants Watson to go with. So, did you give up Dak for Watson?
Is Watson going to have more problems?
See, that's the only thing. Is he going to sexually assault more women? Allegedly. Got to put that allegedly out there.
That's a lot of allegedly, though. I don't know. I would just steer away.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the games. It's enough Cowboy bashing. And it's not really bashing so much as like, I think if Cowboy fans just were like you, Jay, right there with some humility, and like Billy's not one of those fans. But when 95% of your fan base acts the way they do,
yeah,
it's easy to hate, man. It's so easy to hate. Like it's like when the Raiders were good, so easy to hate, So
yeah, no,
that's my thing with it.
I understand though, man, but like, I think also by the same token, a lot of Cowboy fans didn't watch him win Super Bowls. I've been around long enough to watch him win Super Bowls. I saw that shit happen. So
yeah, but you were really, really young.
Yeah, I was in elementary school. But what I'm saying is, Man, I don't know if people really really have a good grip on reality, right? And on the reality of the situation, the severity of the situation. I think that there's a lot of fans out there that think it's really that easy to just flip a switch and you become a contender. And I don't think it's that easy. I think that this year, well, we made some steps forward, right? I think we're a better team than we were in the past, but it still requires more, right? So if anything, for all those Cowboy fans, if aside from being upset and in some events classless, right, with the recent events and like going after our own players and stuff, you should really just find an appreciation in realizing what it takes to be at the top, man, because we're not there yet.
Well, and I think it's crazy that the Patriots got blown out and the storyline is the Cowboys, but the Patriots have been winning,
Yeah. Yeah, the Patriots.
That's the only difference.
And what was up with that situation though? Because the Bills were kind of up and down during the year.
Yeah, I know. Well, and they got a big game coming up. And speaking of big games, Cincinnati Bengals at Tennessee Titans. Titans are minus 3.5 point favorite coming off the bye. The total is 47. Boys, who do we like in this game?
Look, well, Eric, you want to go first? You want to take this one? Or are you sipping a cold one?
Yes and yes. No, I mean, you go first. I'm sipping a cold one. I know what I'm thinking, but I want to hear what you have to say first.
All right. I'm in love
with the time.
No, you know what? I'm in love with the storyline. This is my Cinderella. And plus 3.5 seems nice to me. It seems nice to me. I've seen some things out of this kid, the way that he moves in the pocket, that I just say, holy shit, he is special. There's just some things that he does that make your eyes glow, right? He gives you that little shine in your eye when you're watching. You're like, what? And I think this kid is special, man. I think Joe Burrow's the real deal. I don't care for the Titans. I know that they have their qualities and whatnot, but I want the fairy tale, baby. Joe Cinderella.
Smoking
Joe Cinderella.
Joe Cinderella plus 3.5. Eric?
Okay, well, let me preface this by saying I went 0-5 on all my fucking goddamn bets last weekend.
That's amazing. If someone faded you, oh my God.
Oh God.
Yeah, there was money to be made if you faded me. It was god awful. So
what did you do? When I have a week like that, I just go to sleep.
I'll be right back.
What did you do, Eric? How do you handle a week like that? Just for the listeners, let's teach them coping mechanisms.
I lost my
healthy coping mechanisms.
I didn't have healthy coping mechanisms. I lost my shit with flesh, and then I drank some more, and that was not good. That was not good. I ended up drunk, and Flesh and I were mad at each other for a day or two.
Well, you know what? That sounds like the average weekend for a lot of red-blooded Americans, right? So I think you're with the status quo on that.
Well, there you go. I don't know. For some reason, I like Joe Burrow. I really do. I don't know if the Bengals as a team have the power to pull off plus 3.5. I kind of like the Titans at minus 2.5. I don't again. Well, go ahead, Flesh. What do you say?
Oh, sorry, my mic was off. I'm going to be completely honest. I absolutely love the Bengals at plus 3.5. I think that if Tennessee wins, it wins by a field goal. Take the hook. I love Joe Burrow. I love the story. Remember, Tennessee lost to the Jets this year, guys. Tennessee has some games where they really play down to their opponent, and I think Cincinnati could be one of them.
If this is one of those games, though, Tyler, I think that if you put your throat under like if you flirt with Cincy's foot, put your throat there a little bit. they might not let off.
They might not. And I think it's a close game. I love Cincinnati at plus 3.5 in this. Absolutely love it. Not as much as I love this next game. San Francisco 49ers at Green Bay Packers. Packers are favored by -5.5. The total for the game is 47.5. Gentlemen, Jay,
can I go first?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Eric, you want to go first? Go ahead, Eric.
Why in the fuck would you not love the 49ers at plus 5.5? Am I wrong?
No, go on. Elaborate, please, for the listeners.
Did anyone watch the last game? First of all,
Yeah.
I think this is Packers' time to fucking lose. They have this fourth quarter magic, but it's time for that shit to fucking end. And if you watch the 49ers play last weekend, holy fuck, they were on point. They just dominated that fucking goddamn game. And every single play, they were on top of it. Offensively, defensively, they just fucking destroyed.
Eric, if there was 300 other parlay Jays, we'd be giving you a standing ovation right now because you're singing my song right now, Eric. You're singing my song. Listen, there is always going to be a reason for Aaron Rodgers to be upset and to bitch at the end of the season. I think that this game is going to be the new reason. This is the new fucking reason. I think that after I watch the Niners rip my heart out, and you know what? I was mad for a little bit. There was a bit of a mixture of emotions, right? You know, but I said, I mean, let's be honest. They play better than us. And I looked at them and I said, they have that formula of those teams that make a deep run where they have a solid defense. They have some playmakers and an average quarterback, but they're responsible in terms of like handling penalties and stuff like that. They keep that under control, right? They can keep it in check. So because I think they have that formula, this smells like a deep run for the 49ers that got hot late, right? Came into the playoffs as like the hottest team in the NFL, one of the hottest teams in the NFL, and people weren't giving them the respect that they deserved.
So, Jay, think about this too. Think about this. So, like I said, the Packers, they're that team. They've got that fourth quarter magic. Like they play like shit in the first half, and then in the second half, they start to pick things up. The 49ers, they showed last weekend they want that fucking win from start to finish. They showed they had the passion to get that fucking win.
Yeah.
If the Packers do what they're known to do and just have a slow start and then try to pick it up at the end, it's going to be too late for them. The 49ers are going to fucking demolish them.
Eric, could you imagine the storylines though about Aaron Rodgers wishing he was with the Niners after this hypothetical loss, right?
Because that was his team that he wanted to be with but never got there.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Tyler, what are you thinking, Tyler?
Thinking my heart is warm and my pants are tight. I mean, you guys are just speaking to my heart right now. I fucking love the 49ers in this game. Let me tell you why I love them even more. Even more. You ready for this? This is going to get you guys harder than a rock.
Drop it.
74% of bets are coming in on the Packers to cover. Only 24% are coming in on San Francisco. This isn't. Load up the wagon, boys. Load up the fucking wagon. What's that? The Brinks truck is backing up. I mean, this is all in, boys.
Dude, this is going to be the upset game of the weekend. I guarantee fucking to you.
I smell it. It really feels like that. When I'm telling you, man, when I was watching him play the Cowboys, I was like, one of these teams is for real and one of these teams is not.
That was without Nick Bosa, and Nick Bosa was killing it. He went out with the concussion. He did practice on Wednesday. He's making steps. They are predicting he will be cleared, ready to roll. Stu Feiner, shout out. That's gonna, guys, let's not forget that Jeremy threw this stat out before the Cowboys game. And you know what? This is giving me hope. Every time the Cowboys have played the 49ers in the playoffs, the winner of that game, 71% of the time, wins the Super Bowl. The odds are in our favor.
I like this a lot. I like it even more. I like
you know what I love about it is that all three of us are in on it and the public's not. And that is what I fucking love about it.
It smells like a squad ride, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It smells like a bus full of it's just like a mixture of cologne. This is the squad ride. Everybody's on the bus.
What does that green smell like?
Well, yeah, we'll definitely post that, but I think it's official after that. We are definitely squad riding this one.
I'd say get ready to see Rodgers get sacked at least a few times. It's gonna fucking happen.
Agreed.
Oh, I cannot wait now. I'm so fucking fired up. All right. Speaking of fired up, Tom Brady's going to be fired up to win another Super Bowl. Los Angeles Rams at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucks -3. The total for the game is 48.5. Who do we like in this one?
Jay?
Oh, crickets.
No, I know who I like. Who do you like?
Look, I know shit, what I said earlier about fairy tales and stuff like that, but I don't think it applies here. I don't think yeah, I mean I just really like the Rams right now. They're rolling, man.
Oh, I thought you were going to lean on the Bucks. No, I'm totally with you. I love the fucking Rams at +3.
I like the Rams +3, man.
Yeah,
I really do. Going into the season, they said, "Oh, Tampa Bay's defense is going to be back next year." You know, this year, right? And I'm not sure that it was. I'm not sure that it was that prolific defense that they had on that Super Bowl run. So, the Rams are clicking right now, and +3 seems very manageable. I'm gonna take the LA Rams at +3.
Yeah. And I mean, if you look at how the Bucks have been playing offensively here lately, they're not looking that good. Yeah, they're getting the wins, but they're not looking that good. And I can see the Rams just trampling all over them.
Yeah. And I mean, Tampa Bay's coming off beating the Eagles, which, I give credit to the Eagles, right? But at the end of the day,
that wasn't a challenge.
The Eagles are also fool's gold too. They're just okay. They're okay. Yeah. They're not even fool's gold. They're okay. Tyler, what are you thinking?
This game is crazy, right? I'm just gonna say this. Not a popular opinion here. I like the Rams at +3. Here's the not popular opinion. I'm digging the under. I'm digging under 48.5. Everyone is riding the over so hard. And I'm honestly just basing this off of the projections that I'm getting. It's 80% of the money's coming in on the over.
Let me see.
That's unreal, right? 80%.
82%. 82%. That's a fuck ton.
Your only basis on liking the under is the fact that you want to fade the public.
Yeah,
but
everyone. I mean, this game. The reason is this game screams over, right? These teams have already played each other. They already know each other. Listen, also, I like the Rams at +3 because don't forget, Tampa Bay has 3 offensive linemen out this game. 3 of their starters will not be in. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, does it really scream the over? Because like I said, it goes back to what I was saying about the Bucks and offensively just not being terribly impressive. They've gotten shut down. Shit, even my Carolina Panthers shut them down shut down their offense.
Yeah,
quite a bit. So I don't know if I would expect it to be like a really high scoring game, especially if the Rams play with passion like they did last weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but look, I'm gonna stick with. I gotta go with the under.
I understand. Tyler, I understand that though, because when it's like when the public is that heavy on something, it reeks of going the other way. I mean, it can't be that many people are gonna win.
Yeah, and that's just the bets. The handle is about the same too. Now, what the handle is the handle is the money. So it's not bets placed. We're just talking about money. And the handle again is 78 to 22. So 78% of the money is on. So basically, the casinos are going to get screwed if the over hits.
Yeah.
I like the under. I mean, I know it's going to be boring to watch. I like the Rams. I like the under.
I can understand that ideally in a perfect world, you see these two offenses go at it, right? And they put up points, but I mean, are we really to believe that these guys aren't going to make adjustments after having seen each other once, you know?
I just the under is going to hit somewhere. And it's either this game or the next game.
So let me ask you this though, Flesh. If the money keeps coming in on the over, then the sports book is going to drive the line accordingly. So do you think now would be the time to strike while the iron's hot on the under? Well, because if people keep putting money on the over,
that's a fantastic point.
It's going to drive the total points.
Well,
back down a little bit.
It's not moving. So I think that's showing you that the sports book's very confident that they had that it's not going over 49 points. It's not in 49.
So you've got a day or two to make your decision on that total points then.
Yeah. I mean, look, I like Rams, but I love that under. So,
okay.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City has dropped. They were minus 2.5 to start this game. The line now is minus 1.5, and the total is 53.5. Guys, who do we like here?
I think that the only thing that I'm touching in this game is going to be the over at 53.5. I know it's a lot, but that's the only thing I'm going to touch, 53.5.
Guinness.
That is a lot. I mean, yeah,
maybe some prop bets.
That's kind of what I was thinking, man, because that is a big over. Maybe parlay, do a same game parlay. I do love the Bills at plus 1.5. I don't think the Chiefs are going to make it. I just don't. And
this is crazy. Are you ready for this?
What's up? What does the public say?
95% on the handle, which is the money. 95% on the over. 5% on the under at 55.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That was when it was at 55. They have now dropped it down to 53. 71% of the bets came in betting, and then 29.
No, you know what? I'm just gonna stay away from this game altogether now that you say that, because that scared the shit out of me.
I already put money down on I'm doubling down. I have a Chiefs future for them to win the Super Bowl, 50 for 300. I'm doubling down. I put 20 at minus 2.5. I think the Chiefs take this.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what it comes down to. That total, if it does manage to go over, it's not going to be a question of the offense, because I think both offensive lines can pull it off. It's going to come down to the defensive lines. Can they stop those points?
But
that's my take.
But did Buffalo blow their wad? They played a perfect game. I mean, how many times do you see perfect games back to back? It's very hard to do. Kansas City's defense is clicking at the absolute right time. Their offense is still Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. They put on an absolute clown show against Pittsburgh. Dude, listen, in this game, in this environment, they're away from Bills Mafia. I lean towards the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes has already won a Super Bowl. He wants another one. Not saying that I like Josh Allen. Not saying that the Bills aren't going to get there. I just don't think they get there this time. I think the Chiefs have too much experience. And when it comes down to Sean McDermott and Andy Reid, I'm taking Andy Reid there. Like if I go through all the positions in my head, Like I'm taking Kelsey over Knox. I'm taking Tyreek over Diggs. You see where I'm going with this? I'm taking Andy over.
Yeah.
I'm taking Mahomes over Allen. That's the way I kind of do the math. Now the defenses, the Bills overall have, I think, a better defense than the Kansas City Chiefs, but defense doesn't win championships. You know, we've seen this time and time again. It's a quarterback position. And, you know, hopefully we see some battle. You know what? And if Josh Allen wins and breaks my heart and breaks my future, that'll be cool. Because I would love to see this rivalry grow between the Bills and the Chiefs in the playoffs. I really would. You have two great young quarterbacks in Mahomes and Allen. Love to see this thing grow. Either way, I think this is going to be a good game. But if I'm betting it, which I am, I have to fade the public. 95% is way too much. I'm taking the under, boys. And I also took the Chiefs -2.5. So
I'll tell you what, man, I think that under is starting to look, you know, more and more tasty. Well, the thing that makes me worried is that, like, you know, yes, these are both very solid teams, but they've also had some very embarrassing moments this season too, right?
Right.
So
Eric, you know, as and as many of our listeners probably are, you know, as you know, things develop in football, right? And as time goes by, there are different narratives that kind of just write themselves, right? Is this going to be a narrative that we're going to see for the next 5 to 7 years? You know, are we going to look at this and we're going to say, like, hey, is this the year that Buffalo get past Kansas City? Is that what they're going to be saying on SportsCenter? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Is this a narrative that's going to develop, right? Like something that we see that people are going to be tuning into for years, right? Because you're going to have these two like teams that, I mean, they're at the pinnacle, right? They're at the zenith of their capabilities, and it can only be one, right? Highlander.
Highlander. There can be only one.
There's only one.
One of the greatest movies of all time. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, the first one. All the others after it kind of were shit. But anyway,
I didn't mention a sequel. I said Highlander. There can only be one.
There you go.
I think overall, and we were saying this earlier, Eric, I think we all can agree these are the best teams in the NFL. Sometimes you don't get that. I think there's without a doubt, these are the best remaining teams. This is going to be exciting. I love every single game. I love how it's set up. So if you're in the Eastern time zone, we're looking at Tennessee and Cincinnati at 4:30 on a Saturday. And then we get a little nightcap with the San Francisco Green Bay game at 8:15. And then Sunday, I love the Sunday setup. I love how it's not 8:30 anymore. For the night game, it's Los Angeles Rams at the Bucks at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then the Bills and Kansas City Chiefs at 6:30 Eastern time, which means I'll actually get to stay up and pretty much watch that whole game because I have to get up super early for work. That's just me. But how do you guys feel about the lineups and the times? I absolutely love them.
I'm not terribly fond of. I don't know how I feel about the Bengals-Titans game, but the next, like the other three, god damn, yeah, I'm going to be rock hard to watch those.
I mean, seriously, right? Like Saturday night, I am going to be going nuts if San Francisco wins. I'm a huge Bears fan. I do not want to see Aaron Rodgers come anywhere close. I will make a prediction. There is going to be a play in that game where Aaron Rodgers will get his foot stepped on. Aaron Rodgers will make a huge deal out of it, wave the sideline off, saying, "No, coach, no, I can do it. Coach, I'm the strongest man to ever live." And he'll go, "Blue 82, oh, my foot, blue 82, oh, it hurts so bad." And then he'll hike the ball and he'll run for 20 fucking yards because he's not hurt and he loves the drama. This is the same guy who sits here week after week, lies about COVID vaccines,
I was about to say
vaccinations, and then on top of that, he lies about his love life. That's right. I'll go there. This motherfucker, when he was dating Olivia Munn, goes, "I'm not a celebrity. I hate to be looked at like that." Then he goes and dates Danica Patrick. Then after that, he goes and marries Shailene Woodley. Guess what? Quit dating celebrities if you don't want to be treated like a fucking celebrity. You love the drama. You love the attention. You're going to fake some kind of bullshit toe injury. And guess what? We're not falling for it on Betting with the Boys. We're not falling for that shit, Rogers.
Okay, well, you took it a little further than I was going to, but yeah, that's pretty much his MO is just fucking lying. And yeah. He loves the attention. Well, shit, the fucking goddamn commercials that he does for State Farm. It's like, yeah, that's right up your alley. Just like, okay, yeah. I'm so big. I'm so important. Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah. Tyler Scott said in the chat that it will drive it up, not down. I think he was referring to your take, Eric.
The what? What's going to drive what up?
Whatever you were saying earlier, I missed it.
Oh, as far as like people putting money on the total.
Yeah, he said it will drive it up, not down. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's right. As long as people keep putting money on the over, then they're just going to keep running the total up. No, he's right. No, he's absolutely right.
I forgot.
I don't know.
Forgot. We have a hockey parlay up. I put it up on social media. If you follow it, it's a great parlay. But guess what? I'm not gonna tell you here. Yes, I am. That's a lie. We don't tease shit like that. Not when it comes to fucking money. We tell you the goddamn truth. The honest to goodness truth. Here's the parlay, right? Right now it's 50-50 on love hate. It's Dallas Stars money line, Pittsburgh Penguins money line, and the over in the Florida Panthers game. Over 7. It is at plus 293.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw this and I know the Panthers are rolling. The Oilers can score some goals too. 7 is a lot, though.
Brother, 7.
7 is a lot.
7.
I can live.
Panthers have the best offense in the league.
They do, but I can live with myself for not taking an over that was at 7.
Can you live with yourself when it hits? I mean, dude, hey, that last hockey parlay hit too that I posted, man. I've been hot.
The one I sent out before that hit too.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're not allowed to go to the games anymore because they play on ice and we'd melt it. We're too hot. We're too hot right now. We're the hot boys.
What do you like the Flyers though? I like the Flyers money line.
Against the Blue Jackets.
Ooh. They're at home.
I don't know.
I like the Flyers.
I like the Avalanche against the Kings.
Oh yeah, that's I like that one too.
Those are two good teams too. I looked at that over 2 at 6.
Did you look at the puck line for the Vegas Knights?
Yeah, -2 at plus 222. That's a good one too, though. If you just go Knights, let's just leave.
Let's just go Knights, Avalanche, Panthers.
No, Penguins. Throw the Penguins in there. Throw the Stars in there.
Oh, I don't know about the Stars.
They're playing the Sabres.
They're not the Sabres of last year.
Bro, the Sabres just came off a big win against the Ottawa Senators. Come on now, Jay.
Okay, that's plus 507.
No, I got plus 147. I got Penguin, Dallas, Knights. All money line.
Oh, I got the Avalanche too.
Oh, that's
what? Knights, Panthers, Penguins, Dallas.
I don't know about that.
No. Okay, Dallas, Penguins, Knights plus 147. That's nice, actually.
I mean, I like mine, so you can do whatever you want. Guinness. Guinness.
Guinness.
It's not bad.
Sorry, I was yelling at the dog. You guys could hear that?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can hear that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the podcast. Yeah. I didn't know you could hear that.
Bruins Capitals is kind of fishy.
That's weird that you can hear that. Does that? I wonder if that comes over. I wonder why it switches off from the board to the mic when I mute the board.
No clue.
That won't be in the podcast because they can't hear that.
Yeah. I really like the Flyers tonight. What is it about that game?
See, I just hit the mute.
Oh, hey.
I don't know why it's doing that. Jay likes the Flyers. He's still talking about the Flyers.
What about the Preds? What, no, Winnipeg is
You're literally going against every team that I'm going for. So we're not clearly seeing eye to eye tonight. So, I mean, yeah.
No, the Winnipeg isn't that bad though.
I mean, JETS, Jets, Winnipeg. That's do we want to talk a little football?
We do. Hey, did you look at the Kraken and the Sharks?
Dude, the Kraken are so bad.
I like the Sharks.
I like the Kraken to lose to the Sharks.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You like that? You like how I say that?
Little loop-de-loop. Okay, let's look at the EPL. Okay, so on Friday we have Watford and Norwich, and what stinks like a fucking draw to me.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that game.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I looked at this week's games earlier, and I was like, I don't know why I see so many draws, and it feels weird. This is one of those weekends where I see a lot of draws.
You were like, touch my camera through the fence.
Look at it.
The next game I love Villa.
Yeah, I love Villa in that game too. Everton is in shambles, and Villa's just like they're blowing up.
But does Everton? I just remembered this though. Does Everton get the new coach push?
No, they don't have a new coach yet. They just have like an interim coach.
That still counts as the push.
Mm.
Push. Hey, speaking of that,
so bad.
Don't let me forget. We're going to talk a little Formula One at the end of this, just to wrap everything up.
No, yeah. What about Leeds Newcastle? Draw.
Really, man. Newcastle really needs that. What's the over? Well, what do you want to do? What would you take the over at?
Over 1.5.
Jay, you can't tell the listeners to take over 1.5 at minus 550.
I know. I would take it at
No, I put you on the spot. No over.
No. I can see 2-1, so over 2.5.
All right. Next game. Well, we don't have to go through all the games. Listen, but I do like the next game, dude. Yeah. I like the Hammers. Jay, I know you're probably gonna say draw. I like the Hammers, Jay. Hammer the Hammers. I know they're not home.
No, I think this is a draw. I like the game before that. I like Wolves at plus 155, but I think this is a draw. Hammers and United is a draw.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I want the Hammers to win, of course. United is in shambles, as they have been for the past God knows how many years since Fergie retired. But I don't know. After that, did you see anything that pops out at you, man?
Not really. Arsenal, Burnley. Arsenal's minus 280. That might be interesting on maybe seeing anytime goal scorer. Let me take a gander.
If you look at that game, the over under 2.5 goals is minus 128.
Jay, Saka plus 250.
Oh boy. Say no more.
Also, I don't know if he'll play, but Emil Smith Rowe plus 260.
He played today in the Cup.
So that means he probably won't play.
You know, he will. He's back. He'll jump in the 60th minute and score a goal like he normally does.
He's plus 260.
I like it.
What if you parlay that with a win? No. That's too greedy.
Yeah.
Plus 260 is nice. We'll keep an eye on that. Other than that, I don't like anything else.
No. I like in La Liga, I like I'm already hopping around. I like Betis. Betis is playing really hot right now in La Liga. They're plus 120.
So hot.
Yeah, Betis is so hot right now. Sevilla is minus 140 to Celta Vigo.
Why is Dortmund plus 100, 110 against Hoffenheim?
That's a crazy notion.
Like, what am I missing there?
Really?
I don't understand this. And hold on, stop the show. I'm confused. Jay is stuck out like a sore thumb. Did we strike gold?
That does sound like gold because
Holland's back.
Yeah. And Dortmund is coming off of a loss, I think.
I can look that up, but Dortmund is second in the table. I mean, Hoffenheim's fourth. Oh, man. Dortmund is coming off of a loss
to St. Pauli.
Yeah.
I say hammer Dortmund. Yeah.
Yeah, Hoffenheim. Yeah, like what is that real, dude? How is that plus 110, but Holland to score is minus 230? Oh, but him to score the first goal is plus 330. That's kind of crazy, huh? If we start betting on first goals, that's a rush.
Yeah. Until the first goal is scored.
Huh?
Until the first goal is scored.
Yeah. You got any more, Jay, or we wrapping this up?
No, I think we can wrap it up.
All right, before we get out of here, before we Eric, you got to piss?
I just did.
Am I reading this?
I'm back already.
Just jumped up. Before we get out of here, let's talk a little F1. New season is surely but slowly right around the corner. New regulations. It's going to open a lot of things up. The reason I brought this up is because, guys, I really think that there's some money to be made here, and I'm going to just come out and say it.
I'm anxious to hear why you think this.
I like Red Bull to win the Constructors' Cup.
Are you fucking serious?
I like Red Bull to win the Constructors' Cup.
And what's your justification for that?
Maybe the stage is going to shine too bright right now for George Russell. I think Sergio and Perez and Verstappen are onto something. I like it. I know there's a lot of new regulations and stuff. I get that. But I mean, if you're going to bet some money and it's going to take months and months and months and months and months, put a little gabagoo on it.
I don't know, man. I think here's the thing. The changes in the cars, that fucks up everything. That's going to make it so fucking difficult to really come up with a good, reliable pick on like where's he going to go, not just from the Constructors Championship, but from the Drivers Championship. George Russell plus 320. Like, don't even fucking waste your money on that. But here's the thing. As far as the Constructors Championship goes, I don't know. Here's the only thing. I think if they were in the same cars, I could see George Russell possibly just like battling with Lewis and not following team orders, and it would be Mercedes thing again. But because Russell, he's driven the Mercedes car. He looks damn good. with these new cars, though, fuck, like there's no telling. I mean, Verstappen, he likes a car that's very squirrely in the back end, and I don't know if these cars are going to feel the same way. So it's anyone's fucking guess as to how these drivers are going to perform in them.
Eric, I know that people are really high on George Russell, right? But I think at the same time, people aren't giving Bottas the credit that he deserves. Looking at this, I say to myself, like, everyone is high on this kid, George Russell, but this dude's average finishing position last year was what? Was it 12th or 14th on average?
No. Valtteri was. Well, here's the thing. Again, George was driving in a different car, different team, different car.
I understand, and there's so many variables included, but as a whole, like as a professional, I would expect, like, if I was gonna like lean heavily on Mercedes, I would expect to feel more comfortable if the incoming driver was somebody that I saw the previous season lingering between like 7th and 8th position, and now he was jumping into the seat of a Mercedes, right? Into the cockpit of a Mercedes. But I mean, that's not the case. Like, Russell last year was, 14th, 16th, 12th, but
Jay, I'm sorry to break it to you, brother.
Well,
I'm
but
gonna cut in. Get ready for Russell versus Max for the next years and years to come. That's my opinion. That's my prediction. I think Lewis, eventually, he's getting older. What's he going to be, 38 during this season? He's getting up in there in age. I don't know how long he's going to hold on. I'm telling you, Mercedes is getting ready to make George Russell the future.
You've seen how, just because of the whole shenanigans at the final race of the season, that there's questions around whether or not Lewis Hamilton is even gonna participate. Like, if he's even going to continue his career in F1. Like, apparently he's considering just quitting altogether because that whole fucking mess.
Baby.
Well, yeah, I would say so. I mean,
that's the definition of a crybaby, right?
There's opinions on both sides.
Take my ball and go home. He's the same fucking guy who, when you're playing a board game, doesn't get his way and is losing and flips the board game and goes, I guess no one won. Fuck you.
I think there's fair arguments on both sides. If I'm being completely unbiased here,
to quit,
I think
to give up your career because you didn't win.
No, because here's the thing. Like, what happened in that race, that was damn near unprecedented. Like, technically, yes, it's in the rule books that that Michael Massey could do that. He could decide whatever the fuck is going to happen with the safety car. Technically, yes, it's in the rule books. He could do it. Has anyone ever done it in the past? Practically no. So that's why everyone was pissed off and confused, because it's like, what the fuck is going on here? This doesn't make sense. I mean, he even heard it from fucking Fernando when he got the orders from his principal saying, like, well, they're going to let these cars through or not these cars through. And he's just like, okay, like, whatever.
Here's the bottom line. Was it good for F1?
Well, yes, it was.
Exactly. That's the bottom line. So go fuck yourself.
Why do you think Michael Massey did what he did? That's exactly why.
Exactly. So, dude, you haven't won enough. One. Come on, Jay, chime in here. This is bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's not like this is like, dude, he's not like he's 38 or 40 and this was his last time to ever win a world championship. Get the fuck out of here with your moping and your bitching. This dude bitches more than anyone I've ever met in my life.
Hey, look at it this way. If anything, this next season is going to be his opportunity to prove that he's the driver that deserves that fucking 8th drivers championship title. Because with the cars changing, the playing field's damn near being leveled out for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, everything's changing except for the drivetrain. So, yeah, Mercedes, they've still got that really strong drivetrain, but it comes down to a question of, like, who develops the car aerodynamically best for their driving style, for their drivetrain, for their chassis. and utilize it the best. So,
well, with that being said, we'll get off that. We'll set our set in stones and our final words, and we'll get on our merry way because I have to start to download this. So everyone have a set in stone, right? Okay, good. Jay, you want to go first?
I'm going to take the Niners in the points.
Set that fucker in stone, man. You know what? There's no need for me to say mine now. Jay, you care if I jump on your back? Because that's exactly what I'm doing, baby. Let's ride this one to the end.
Let's do this.
49ers and the points. I don't care if the points go up. I don't care if the points go down. I'm taking them all the way. I'm taking them all the way up, but I'm not going to go lower than 3.5.
oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I guess I'm going to be holding both your hands through the golden gates of glory
Let's do it.
because I'm taking the 49ers. Doesn't matter.
Set that shit in motherfucking stone. Let's do this. This is squad ride. This is it. If I had to choose another one, though, I like the under in the Bills and Chiefs game. Everyone was way too high on that over. That under has to hit. Fade the public does work a lot of the time. I'd say it works about 80% of the time. Jay, final words.
None wrong with a crowded bus. Let's go.
Eric, final words.
You should have faded me last week, but now that we're all in agreement on these games, I think it's time to ride the bus.
Packers, you're not going to the Super Bowl. Hopefully. God, hopefully. I cowered out at the end. Remember, you can't bitch if you don't bet. Damn, boys, we went a little long, so I got to get out of here and start uploading this. And then Jay, I'll text you when you're good for the write-up.